What's up, everyone? So glad to be back home. We made it home safely. It was absolutely amazing trip. It was great. So I want to go ahead and get into it. So guys, what I'm going to do for you is make another video because initially this was like 30 minutes long. I literally had to delete it all. It took me several days to try to edit it. It was getting on my nerves. So I just said, forget it. I'm just going to do this over. So this is more of just a debrief of how the weekend went. Of course, I'm going to have way more posts about it. So you're going to hear a lot about Daytona pretty soon. But anyway, I wanted to go ahead and get into this and tell you how every day went. You know, like I said, I'm going to have way more in depth of this. So me and the boys arrived in Daytona on Thursday. We all met in the hotel, and then, you know, that was pretty much Thursday. We got some food, and that was that. Friday, we got to see the car. It was our first time really checking out the car for David and I. Everybody else had seen it before or worked on it or something like that. So it was our first time checking it out, and we were skeptical at first. I'm not even going to tell a story, but it ended up being a great car, and we were really happy with it. We also got to meet Wesley on Friday. So, Wesley, you guys saw it in the article. If you read the article, which you should go check that out if you hadn't read it yet. Yeah, I posted it pretty much everywhere. And I think you guys will really enjoy it. I loved it. Like I said, not because they were writing about also me, but really just about the entire team and what Minority Racing Association is about. And we got pictures taken, and you guys saw the article. Like I said, if you hadn't read it yet, go check it out. And I think you'll really enjoy it. Like, I had a big smile on my face because it was great. That was my first time being interviewed on the track, so that was really cool to be a part of that. And just be in the spotlight like that in a way, which I want to say I'm so glad to be a part of this team. It's absolutely amazing. And the things that we're doing are huge, but I will get into more of that later on in the other video. So it was me, David, John, Noah, and Francis's first time doing Champcar. So it was 5 of us, our first time. Crazy. So it's incredible to think about that. And the result that we had, it was incredible. Also on Friday, I want to say big shout out to my buddy Jason Reichert and the Chandler School. So I got to meet you, Jason, finally, after 5 years of us being connected. We finally got to meet each other. It's great meeting you, buddy. And your father as well. I didn't even know it was your dad until you said it was your dad. I was like, oh my God, that's his dad. But yeah, it was great meeting the both of you. That's actually how David and I got connected with the Chandler School. So we were walking. David and I, we were kind of just walking, in the pits, checking out garages and stuff like that. And I saw Jason and said, oh, what's up, Jason? He saw me and said, hey, Kamari, finally got to meet you, man. This is awesome. So we talked for a little bit, and we got a connection to the Chandler School. We started talking with everyone on the team, and the team owner actually came up, and we talked to him as well. But yeah, Friday was a really, really big day. That was the day that we went through tech. Basically, what going through tech is essentially making sure your car is legal. If your car is legal, then you're good. And that can mean a number of things in a lot of different series. So for example, if you're using the wrong kind of seat belts. So for example, if you're using like a regular, you get in your everyday car seat belt. No, you're going to fail tech very fast. They're going to look at you and kind of laugh in your face. I would. I don't know if somebody would literally do that, but they'd probably laugh just because it's funny. Like, you really think you could go in a race like this? No, can't do that. So that's illegal in every series. You have to have a 6-point harness or some kind of seat belt like that. We didn't have a 6-point harness. That's something we're getting soon because, wow, that is a problem. And that was taking so much of our time. Seriously. When it got to my stint, yeah, it took a lot of time. So anyway, which again, I'll talk about more in the next video. But we ended up failing tech after 6 hours. Yes, 6 hours of sitting there, pushing the car and sitting there waiting outside in like 80 to 90 degree weather. Humidity, it was bad. Sweating, tired, but it was great. It was really small things that we had to actually fix, which we ended up fixing the next day right before the race. So it was really good. So that brings me to Saturday. So Saturday was the big event. We had a phenomenal result. Like I said, I'm going to go into this more later, but John was starting the race. So John Easy started the race. It was a really wild start. Seriously, it was. We ended up starting in the back. And that's just because of how the circumstances. There was no practice or qualifying. So you're probably looking at me like, how is this? How did you even start in the back? The way that they started the race was they literally picked a team out of the hat and said, you're going to start. The first starter was 4 pit boxes behind us. So they did it in the order of 34th, 35th, 36th, and all the way back to the front. So that's why we ended up starting like 75th, I want to say. 75th place, something like that. 75th to 80th place, somewhere in that range. We started very far to the back. It was for the amount of starters, guys. I'm going to blow your mind when I say this. It was 124 cars. Not joking. Meaning, at the driver's meeting, probably about 700 drivers. Seriously, about 700 drivers. I'm not joking. That is incredible. NASCAR doesn't have that kind of numbers. The 24 Hours in Le Mans doesn't even have those kind of numbers. Like, no. And this is normal in Champcar, having big, giant fields of 60, 70 cars. This is normal. So it's like, but the reason why is because it's a cheap series. Champcar is one of the cheapest series you can run. You can get anything from a Honda Civic all the way to almost a DPI, so I mean, of course you're not running open wheel cars around there, but I'm just saying, like there's a lot of open. There was somebody who was running a team. There was one team running and the car was stupid fast, by the way. I'm talking like really like dumb. It was stupid how fast it was. I think they were going like 180 on the straight. It was ridiculous. But somebody had a 80s Corvette. It was ridiculous. It was like, what? It was built. It looked like a Batmobile. Like if I have a picture of it, I'll be sure to I think I do have a picture of it. So if I do, guys, I will put that in that video. That car was ridiculous. It really was. But it was awesome. Awesome car. Kind of sucked. They didn't get to finish the race. They were, of course, first, and they were ahead by, I want to say 5 laps. They were gone. They were gonna win that race regardless if they didn't have any issues with the car. So anyway, my stint was absolutely phenomenal. Again, I'll get into it in the next video a little bit more. But I had an amazing time. We ended up finishing the race after 14 hours. We had to delay the race for a while. We had a few red flags, and I'll get more into that again in the next video because I don't want to make this too long. Because like I said, 30 minutes, I'm not doing it again. So I'm going to break things into parts so that you guys can see, each thing, just how amazing everything was. And yeah, it was great. We had an amazing time, and we're like a family now. And, it's great meeting Wesley. I mean, I don't have enough good things to say about him. Seriously. I can't wait to really talk about that more, guys, and everything. I'm going to break these videos into parts because I just think that'll be easier to upload as well so that you guys can see everything. So if it seems like some things are just broken up, that's why. Of course, I'm going to edit it and make it flow as well as I can, but that's the main thing. So our result was 6th in class. We had top 5 for a while. We actually had a win in the bag. We could have won the race, seriously. In our first event as a team, we actually really could have won that race. But we had a 10-minute penalty, and I'll explain again later. Probably be the first video after this one. I'll be explaining what would happen, or actually the 3rd or 4th one. Yeah, because I'm going to have pictures and videos and stuff as well. So I'll have pictures and videos of everything. So the videos are going to be broken up like that. Also, so you guys can see, different content. It's more content for me. No, but seriously, it was fantastic. We all had smiles on our faces. And like I said, I'm so appreciative to be a part of Minority Racing Association. Such a great organization and so many great people around it who really believe in diversity and bringing more people into motorsports. Wesley is at the forefront. I mean, if you guys read the article, I mean, it was the way that he really brought us all together was something that you couldn't even dream a better situation. I mean, you really couldn't. So like I said, I'm thankful and grateful to be a part of this team. And I can't wait to see what else we do. We do plan to do more races, but yeah, funding might try to stop us, but we're going to figure it out. You know, we figured out the first, you know, at Daytona. I mean, that was huge enough for us. So I think that we're making strides and making a statement. And I think that there will be some people who want to really, really invest in not only the racing team, but also our organization as a whole. I truly do. I think so, guys. So anyway, that was the debrief. Like I said, I didn't want to put this and make this too long. I really appreciate you guys sitting here listening to me ramble on and on about how this weekend went. It was a really great experience. Seriously, it was. And I can't wait to do more Champcar events. For the first one, it went really well for us. It was fantastic, like I said. I loved every minute of it, and I cannot wait to go back to Daytona. I'm Kamari Odom, and I'm out.